What's up everyone? In this video today, I'm going to fulfill a request that I had by someone that left a comment on one of my videos talking about cheek slap and exactly what it is and what causes it. So thank you for the comment and the video idea. I appreciate it. We'll get to it in a second. Alright, so I would define cheek slap as the stock of the gun hitting your face in a way that either leaves a bruise, a cut, a blister, some kind of a mark there that is uncomfortable and painful. Maybe it doesn't even leave a mark, but it's just uncomfortable. And so I'm going to go over some of the most common causes of this. I think there's a lot of things that could possibly cause it, so let's just kind of go over a few of the most common ones here. The first is picking your head up off the gun. I shot with a guy for probably, we were on a team together for about a year, and what he would do is he would pick his head off the gun and just bam, right into his cheek, and he had this big old mark on his cheek and everything just because he could pick his head up off the gun. So I've seen other guys do this too. I've personally done it in the past, just pick my head up and go, wow, that kind of hurt a little bit there into that cheek. So make sure you're keeping your head on the gun. That'll help you avoid the cheek slap. Another thing is gun fit. This is huge. I had a big issue with cheek slap because my gun didn't fit. So what it was is I had the a wood stock at this point. I didn't have my precision fit stock yet, and I had it set over to the left for the fit that I was on. Well, when I did that, the wood underneath the cone part, it left a sharp ledge. So that ledge, every time I shot, it would hit right here, and it literally just rubbed it raw to the point that it was bleeding and everything. Yeah, it was not a fun experience. It was kind of painful because I had like a week-long tournament. So kind of try to make sure that whenever you're fitting your gun, that you don't have any sharp ledges that you're going to be rubbing up against on your face or anything like that. You know, pay attention to that whenever you're fitting your gun, and I think that'll help you out for sure. So a couple more things that I think commonly cause cheek slap are third, not being in control of your gun. So I think this is a big one, and it kind of goes along with staying in the gun, keeping your head on the gun, but make sure you're in control of the gun whenever you're going to the target, that you're not losing control of it, meaning that you don't have a death grip on the gun, but that you have a firm grip on the gun next to the trigger, around the trigger, and also on the forearm, making sure that you're firm in both of those areas, but definitely not tensed up or solid or a death grip. You don't want to have like white knuckles or anything like that. You just want to be firm and in control of the gun whenever you're moving to the target. And the last thing that I want to talk about that I feel like is a common cause of cheek slap is recoil. I think that sometimes people can use too much recoil, and that causes the cheek slap to happen. I know I made this mistake in the past that sometimes when I was shooting a 1250 feet per second shotgun shell on the 16-yard line, it would cause a little bit of cheek slap because if you're doing that in your singles event, you're doing that for singles, handicaps, and possibly for your second shot doubles too, depending on what you chose for that. But you're doing it for at least 2 to 3 events whenever you're shooting that big of a shell. That's a lot of difference on the impact of your body over a week or 2 week long tournament. And so I think that recoil, shooting too much, too high velocity of shell, can be a tremendous cause of cheek slap. So make sure you're shooting the appropriate shell for the appropriate situation that you're in, that you're not shooting too high velocity when you don't really need to be. You really don't need to be up around 1200 to 1250 until you get back to about mid to long yardage. There's just really no reason for it. I could see you possibly shooting 1200 feet per second shell on doubles on the second target would be the only thing. I know some guys do that. I've done that in the past, but really you can kind of get away with not doing it, so it's kind of a personal preference thing there, but there's no reason to be shooting a 1250 feet per second shell whenever you're shooting singles for sure. So keep these things in mind. Make sure that you keep your head on the gun, that your gun fits, that you're in control of the gun, and that you're also not shooting a shell that is too high velocity. And I think that that'll really help you minimize or totally get rid of cheek slap. I think these are 4 of the most common causes. I don't think they're all the causes necessarily, but I think that these are 4 of the most notable that I've seen in my experience shooting in terms of what I've seen the most frequently. So thank you guys so much for watching today. I appreciate it. You can subscribe to my channel here. You can watch another video here. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great rest of your day.